beneath the waves of the Coral Kingdom lived a young mermaid named Mira. She was the youngest of 10 mermaids and the daughter of the Sea King, a kind and gentle ruler. Mira possessed a voice so pure that it was said to calm even the fiercest storms and command the most fearsome sea creatures. But Mira longed to explore the mysterious human world. She would watch the ships glide across the ocean's surface, like floating lanterns against the twilight. One night, during a brilliant festival of lights deep within the Coral Kingdom, a fierce storm suddenly struck. Above the waters, a powerful wave crashed against a distant ship, hurling a brave young prince into the raging sea. Without hesitation, Mira swam toward him, battling strong currents and swirling debris. She reached the prince just as he was losing consciousness, his strength failing in the turbulent waters. She then sang a gentle song, and a dolphin came to her side. With all her might, Mira lifted him onto the dolphin's back, carrying him safely toward the distant shore. Though still unconscious, the prince felt her beautiful voice echo in his heart. After reaching the shore, she gently laid him on the soft sand, watched until he stirred, and then slipped silently back into the foamy waves. From that moment on, her heart ached with a longing she had never known before. She yearned to see him again, to learn more about the world he came from, the world above the waves. Driven by her newfound desire, she sought out Runa, the sly and reclusive sea witch. Runa dwelled in a dark, tangled forest of twisting kelp, far from the sparkling Coral Kingdom. She despised humans above all else. The sea witch listened intently to Mira's tale, her eyes gleaming with a strange and unsettling light. Runa offered her a risky bargain, a tempting but dangerous proposition. She presented Mira with a shimmering potion, promising it would grant her human legs and the ability to walk on land. But in exchange, Mira would have to surrender her most cherished possession, her beautiful voice. Little did Mira know, Runa was plotting to use her to seize the kingdom, kill the prince, and ignite a war between humans and merfolk. There was a risk in this transformation. If the prince did not return her love with a true kiss within 7 days, Mira would become sea foam forever. Despite her fear and the heavy consequences, Mira accepted the witch's bargain, driven by love. She drank the potion, feeling an intense, burning sensation spread through her body as her tail transformed. Upon reaching the shore, unaccustomed to walking, each step burned like fire, an unfamiliar and agonizing sensation for the mermaid. Yet she pressed on, determined and silent, her eyes fixed on the distant castle where the prince lived. The prince, still recovering from the storm, walked along the shore every day, gazing out at the sea, daydreaming about that beautiful, calming voice. And by chance, he found Mira at the water's edge. He was immediately enchanted by her kindness and lively spirit. Drawn to her gentle nature, he welcomed her into his palace, offering comfort and companionship, unaware of her true identity. Though she could not speak, their bond grew stronger with each passing day, a connection forged through shared moments. Runa, consumed by hatred and a thirst for power, watched their growing affection with increasing rage. She then set her evil plan in motion. She disguised herself as a noblewoman, hoping to entice the prince into marriage. Using Mira's stolen voice, she pretended to be the one who had saved him from the storm, weaving a web of lies and deceit. The prince, hearing the familiar voice that had once calmed him, was tricked into believing Runa's false claims and agreed to marry her, though in his heart he sensed that something was amiss. As the 7th and final day approached, wedding preparations began, and Mira's heart shattered into a million pieces. her hope fading with each passing moment. Yet, even in her despair, she refused to surrender completely to the darkness, though she was deeply frightened and sad. On the morning of the ceremony, as the sun began to rise, her sisters emerged from the sea. They had witnessed her sacrifice and pain, and they came bearing a gift of immense power. They presented Mira with a magical pearl, shimmering with ethereal light, a symbol of their love and support. The pearl restored her courage, reminding her of the strength and love that lived within her heart. Then came the wedding. At the final moment, the prince changed his mind, guided by his heart saying no, which enraged the sea witch. Mira's sisters used their tails to summon a powerful wave aimed at Runa. The wave struck her, shattering her disguise and breaking the spell on Mira, revealing her true form as the wicked sea witch. Seeing Runa for who she truly was, the prince rushed to protect Mira, but he was the real target. Runa chased after the prince, determined to kill him. With the spell broken and Runa's power diminished, Mira's voice returned in a shimmering cascade of light and sound. Her beautiful voice filled the air with song, captivating everyone present and revealing the truth of her love. Together, Mira and the prince faced Runa, and with their combined strength and love, they were fearless. Unaware, Runa did not see Mira's song summon the kraken. As she charged, the beast seized her and dragged her beneath the waves. The sea witch was no more. The prince, now fully aware of Mira's sacrifice and true nature, declared his love for her before everyone and gave her a kiss. As he spoke the words of his heart, Mira's legs glowed with magical light and transformed permanently, cementing her bond with the human world. Humans and merfolk alike gathered, sharing stories and laughter, forging bonds of friendship and mutual respect. Mira and the prince began a life filled with wonder, adventure, and a love as deep and vast as the ocean itself, and they lived happily ever after.